AAP netas who are responding to Sanjay Singh now going to be walking out free?
Enforcement Directorate से बना दिया था Extortion Directorate. आज ये बात सिद्ध हो गया कि भाजपा के ईडी के पास कोई सबूत नहीं हमारे खिलाफ, कोई ग्राउंड नहीं हमारे खिलाफ. ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ भाजपा के दबाव में हमें जेल में रख रहे थे. तो आज सच की जीत हुई है, झूठ का हार हुआ है, भाजपा झूठ का प्रायवाची बन गया है और भाजपा ने हर वक्त ईडी का मिसयूज राजनीतिक कारणों से किया. आज ये सिद्ध हो गया है.
All right. Now, cutting to Nalini as well. Nalini, PMLA itself such a strict provision, and under this case, Sanjay Singh has managed to secure bail after 6 months in prison. Though very pointedly, the Supreme Court has said, and this is what has been spoken of even in other cases as well, where there's not a single rupee as per the proceeds of the crime that the ED officers have recovered. So based on that, on what grounds are you keeping Sanjay Singh in prison that long? This is more or less what the Supreme Court asked the ED in court.
Well, Nabila, interestingly, how stringent PMLA is in this case seems to have worked against the ED. Because when the hearing was happening in the pre-lunch session, the Supreme Court had categorically asked the ED as to whether or not custody was required and what was the money trail that was found. Because in case Supreme Court wanted to grant bail to Sanjay Singh in accordance with the provisions under PMLA, they would have had to record in the order that it seems prima facie that there is no involvement of Sanjay Singh in the entire Delhi excise policy case. So if that had been recorded in the order, then it would have worked as a precedent for all other future cases related to Sanjay Singh and his involvement in the Delhi excise policy case. And keeping in mind that it would have been an observation from the highest court of the country stating that Sanjay Singh's involvement doesn't seem so in the excise policy case, it could have meant a huge setback for the Enforcement Directorate that is continuously probing the money laundering angle in this entire case. So keeping that in mind, when those questions were raised, the ED was given about 1 hour's time to consult with the ED officers, with the IOs, and come back to court with a response as to whether or not further custody for Sanjay Singh was required or should the Supreme Court go ahead and release him on bail. It is after that consultation with the IOs, ED came back to court and categorically said that they have no problem if Sanjay Singh is released on bail and no further custody for now is required. But at the same time, while passing this order, the Supreme Court has given a very important clarification, and it has said that this order of Sanjay Singh being granted bail should not be treated as a precedent in the case, which means that any of the other Aam Aadmi Party leaders who are incarcerated in the same case should not go to court applying for bail, citing the fact that Sanjay Singh has got bail, so they should also be gotten bail. The Supreme Court made it very clear that this bail has been granted only under peculiar circumstances. It's only during the duration of when the trial is still going on and the trial is not concluded. And it is also keeping in mind that ED has not opposed it. So these are very peculiar circumstances under which the Supreme Court's gone ahead and granted bail. And the Supreme Court's made it very clear that it's not going to be treated as a precedent. So it's probably not going to work for Manish Sisodia or Arvind Kejriwal to rely on the Sanjay Singh order and try and secure bail for themselves. But at the same time, the Aam Aadmi Party will be heaving a huge sigh of relief, considering that one of their top leaders is finally going to be out on bail. He's allowed to continue with his political activities, which means that Sanjay Singh now from the outside will be able to fight for the Aam Aadmi Party on behalf of both Manish Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal in trying to secure some bail for them or trying to strategize how things should move forward with the Aam Aadmi Party in the Delhi government, keeping in mind that both Arvind Kejriwal and Sisodia continue to be behind bars.